So welcome YouTube to Rested Designs. In today's video, it's all going to be about freebies. Everyone loves a freebie, right? And right here is a freebie. I was given this by Mr. Lewis, the guy that actually gave me the rain tray for the Mark III. If you haven't seen the last video, please check that out. It will be revealed what this is. It's obviously, as you can tell, it's an old key. So it could be a Mark I, it could be Mark II, and it could be an early Mark III. They do have also these keys. And also a thing to note, actually, it's a single key, which again is quite rare. These kind of old cars will have different barrels for the key, for the door locks and for the boot, and then for the ignition, or the ignition barrel will be different to the others. So it's actually quite rare to actually have a single key that does the whole car, basically. It's a free car, it's not perfect condition, it doesn't run. But before I introduce you guys to this car, or show you guys this car, first things first, let's put a key ring on this before I lose it. First, key ring's done. It's a Powerflex one. Obviously I buy loads of bushes on a lot of the project cars that I've done, and for customers as well. So they always give like a packet of sweets or key rings and stuff with it. So I got this particular purple key ring, which is perfect because who's gonna be using the car likes purple. But okay, so let's go and show you what a free car looks like. A Mark II 5-door 1.3 petrol. So this is going to be Project Freebie. This is a free car. This is what a free car looks like. And okay, let me just quickly walk you around. It has 14s. It needs tyres. They're cracked quite badly. I think it's got good standard 239 solids at the front, poly bushes and disc conversion on the back. I'm going to put 256s to fit on the 14s for the time being, and then upgrade to 280s later on when I get a set of 15s for it. It's going to go Mark III subframe, wide track on the front. I'm also going to widen the back slightly with some spaces behind the sub axles, but I'll show you guys. That will be all in this project. It'll be kind of literally a how-to on literally almost everything on this. But more of that, let's just show you how the car is, the condition of it. Okay, this is all flaked off. Luckily, I have all these trims. The rubbers don't look too bad. That's perished quite bad there. Again, luckily, I've got all good rubbers for this. The sunroof works, but the seal is absolutely shot and it looks like it needs to be adjusted. The gutters are good here. Looks like it has a little bit of rust there. So that is going to need to get treated at some point. No major damage. A few scratches and scuffs. The tailgate looks in good condition as well. They tend to rust under here where the number plate lights go and the screws go through to hold this plinth on. That looks in good condition. And again, great to have a single key for such an old car, not to have already 2 or 3 keys that do everything. So having a look in here. Okay, it's another bonus. It's got these little clips. It's missing the partial shelf. The C-pillars are cream, which I've got a black set to put on. Headliner needs to be done. I'll also get that done. And it also needs this trim in black as well, which I also have. These basic models don't come with carpet or even the felt on there. I've also got a set of carpets to fit on that one. And also they come with this, the basic ones come with this kind of card looking terrible carpet. I mean, look at the color actually. This looks like it was it's a metallic blue, probably Windsor blue or royal blue. I think it's called royal blue actually. I think the paint code is actually on here, and it is LA5V or LU. I think that's a U actually, so it's LA5U. I potentially might keep it the same color. Oh, also I can see it's got a central locking actuator there. So I think this car's actually got, oh yeah, it does have central locking. For some reason central locking doesn't work, but I've got spare pumps and check the wiring. It's quite a simple circuit. The car came as a non-runner, so I took the trims off, and I'll show you why I've done. It looks like they've had a few dogs in here. I'm gonna have to remove this carpet and give that a good clean with a jet wash, and the seats as well with a good cleaner, good valet in here. Again, the front seats are actually not too bad condition, not too badly worn. I think once they're cleaned, they're fine. The headlining definitely needs to be done. It's missing the sun visor. which I have a black one as well to put on there. Some GTI ones. I've got loads of bits to do. Steering wheel looks like it's worn and loose. Gonna replace that as well. Looks like it's covered 248,000 kilometers, so it's been around the block a few times. The door cards are amazing actually. Normally these kind of, with damp and moisture, they get soft, as well as the elbow of the driver kind of goes through it, and it's in perfect shape. And even the bottom of it, rock hard, not loose or anything at the bottom. And then the business end, the front end, it's got a clear and an amber. It looks like this grille's seen definitely better days. So I've got one of those to go on. I can also see it's got some rust worm here as well on the bonnet. Luckily I actually have a spare bonnet as well. And this is the engine bay. I removed the alarm. I've changed the coil, the spare one I had still doesn't work, and actually traced it back to, funny enough, all it was this little earth off the battery terminal had come off because I wasn't getting 5 volts here at the plug or 12 on the amplifier on pin 2 and on pin 4. And when I did actually connect that, I double checked the voltages, and this was only about 3.94, and that was about 10. So I think the earth is still quite bad because it's only a push on clip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to literally cut this off and crimp and solder on a hoop connector, a circular connector, so it can actually be bolted on perfectly. So that's what a free car looks like. It's not bad at all. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start replacing bits already because I can't wait. As well as it needs a good clean, but first things first, I think I'm going to deal with that front grille, parcel shelf, steering wheel, sun visors, and take the carpets out, I think, and start giving them a good clean, because that's disgusting. So let's start off with this front grille. Okay, look at that. Okay, so I've unplugged them already, but the grille is definitely not original. Probably why it fits so badly. And throw this grille in the bin. All right, so that looks a bit better with brand new Hella spotlights as well, and an OE grille, but that's cool. I see the slam panel's been painted as well, so at one point I'll be putting that back to satin black. All right, next thing to do, I've noticed when I was trying to sort out the coil, this little bit of trim, got a hole there, it's in pretty bad condition, so nice and clean, nice new tray, well, kind of not new, but you know what I mean, replaced with a better conditioned one. Next on the hit list is going to be the steering wheel. I also noticed this indicator stalk looks really grimy. All right, so because the wheel kind of felt loose, I thought it was like, you know, you got a bearing behind here. The nut wasn't even tight. All right, let me just make sure it's straight before I take it off. To get the stalks out can be a little bit tricky. Also, sorry, you got to remove the bottom tray first. Remove these 2 plugs, and then you can kind of unclip these indicator wires from here. It lets you kind of bring them forward. You see, and you can take them off like so. Then you can actually get to take that one off, and then do the same with the last one. Hopefully, if I can do it one-handed. I've got the skills that pays the bills. Obviously, I don't have the skills that pays the bills. I have to do it with 2 hands, and that's it. So that's for the bin as well. This is what I'm putting on. Again, it's from my stock. Taking the central console off so I can get into all the little spots of cleaning. Look at this grime. I mean, there's a lot of sand here in Portugal, but that is just some serious crud and dog hairs, and oh, look at that. That is just disgusting. I'm washing literally every bit of plastic on both sides with the jet wash, inside and out. Everything from the central console to the trims. Oh, this is so dirty. Try not to make as much dust, or try and get as much of the rubbish out with me and not leave it back in the car. Oh, why do people do this to their cars? That is a black carpet. It took ages to actually jet wash it down. It's still got loads of hair. Gonna have to give it another vacuum after it's dried. But the amount of brown water was just coming off this was absolutely amazing. I spent a good half an hour just jet washing this, going over and over again to make sure I don't miss any bits. And it looks like a carpet now. This is what I've taken out of the car. So the old mats and the alarm and steering wheel and grille and sun visor and trims and whatever it was, just all the stuff that I've replaced already, that's off to the bin now. The boot carpet as well, or the boot mat should I say, looks a lot better as well after a nice jet wash. And the inside looks totally different actually. After I've actually jet washed it in here and also given it a clean with a cloth and then a hoover to get all the dust and all the water out and the moisture out. That looks a lot better. So this is the before video of the driver's seat. You can see all that kind of sweat and grime in there. That's not very nice. And here's the after. Does come up really nice. There's no more grime in there, and as you saw, the amount of dirt that was coming out of that was absolutely disgusting. But it's done now. It's still a bit damp, so I've given it a few goes and over. So now I'm just going to put it out in the sun, and hopefully it will dry by the time I need to put it back in. All right, so this is the rear bench, and now that I've actually got it out, there's like a patch there. I mean, hopefully the dog hasn't peed itself. That's disgusting. And this is the condition it's in at the moment. All right, after much blood, sweat and tears, here we go. It is done. Taking all these little grimy bits off that were there, and also that little patch has also disappeared, and also the grime on this side's also all disappeared, all that sweat and grime or whatever that was off the dog maybe. But it looks 1,000 times better. I can't wait to put it back in the car. So I'm giving everything a clean, inside and out again, before I fit it all back on. So I've got all the plastics and trims in now. Actually check why the central locking's not working. Checked all the wiring, and I've actually probed this, and the pump's actually seized. So I've got one out of stock, and hopefully this will sort the problem out. So perfect, that's sorted it out. Also I noticed the adjuster was missing. Luckily again, I got one from stock in good condition. Put this on. The driver's seat was actually missing one of these sliders, as well as the little bit that goes on here. So yeah, luckily I had these in stock as well. So that's it guys, end of another video. It's a Project Freebie, part 0. Yep, part 0 is all about the cleaning really. Where this car's going, I don't really know. Yes, it will have an engine transplant. Yes, we'll upgrade the suspension and the brakes on it. And we will go full send on this, and it will be fully resprayed, the engine bay and all stuff later on in the year, next year, 2022. But for now, let's just get this kind of thing running. So if you want more Mark II content, click here. If you want to see another Mark II build that I did, it will be up here. And also, please join me for the next video where I'll be doing getting this thing started. I've got a whole box of parts to fit on, timing belt, water pump. Let's get this thing done, as well as start, replacing even more bits on the outside, wing mirrors, bonnet, rear spoiler, and giving it a clean as well. I bet it hasn't been cleaned in years. All right guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, ding-a-ling-a-ling. Click on the notification bell to beat the YouTube algorithm and be safe.